Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel The Web Prodigy, and also welcome to our first long video tutorial where we dive deep into the world of JavaScript frameworks, pre-written code and efficient development techniques. In this engaging visual tutorial, we will explore the power of JavaScript frameworks, harness the potential of reusable code components, and discover the secrets to agile and efficient web development. Whether you are a visual learner or a coding enthusiast, or something looking to sharpen their web development skills, this video tutorial is your gateway to mastering the art of modern web development. So let's get started. Introduction of JavaScript Framework. JavaScript frameworks are pre-written reducible code libraries that provide a structured and efficient way to build web applications. They are designed to simplify and streamline the development process by offering a set of tools, conventions, and best practices for building interactive and dynamic web applications. JavaScript frameworks are like toolkit for web developers, packed with pre-built solutions to tackle the most common and challenging tasks in web development. These frameworks can save developers a significant amount of time and effort by providing pre-built solutions for common tasks and challenges in web developments. As a result, developers can leverage these frameworks to create powerful and interactive web applications without having to start from the scratch. Here are some popular JavaScript frameworks and their brief explanations. So let's discuss them one by one. The first framework in the list of most popular JavaScript framework is Angular. Number 2 is React. Number 3 is Vue.js. Number 4 is ember.js. Number 5 is backbone.js. Number 6 is Matter. Number 7 is Aurelia. Number 8 is Wallet. And number 9 is Polymer. So let's discuss these frameworks one by one. Let's start. Number 1 is Angular. Angular is developed by Google. Angular is a comprehensive front-end framework for binding large-scale web applications. It uses TypeScript for development and offers features like two-way data binding, dependency injections, and robust component-based architecture. So now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen. In this concise example, we include the AngularJS library using script tag from CDN. We create an AngularJS module named myApp and define a controller within it. Inside the controller, we define a single variable greeting. In the HTML tab, we use ngapp to specify that the myApp module should be applied to the specified portion of the document. We use greetings with the curly brackets expression to display the value of greetings. When you open this HTML file in the browser, you will see Hello AngularJS displayed on the page. This is a very basic example of data binding in AngularJS, where the variable in the controller is displayed in the HTML. I hope this example will help you to understand this framework. Let's move towards the second framework, this is React. React is developed by Facebook. It is a popular library for building user interfaces. It focuses on creating reusable UI components and provide a visual DOM for efficient rendering. React is often used in conjunction with other libraries and tools like Redux for state management. Let's discuss this with the help of example. Now look at my screen. In this concise example, we include the React and React DOM libraries using script tags from a CDN. We define a React component named greetings using a JavaScript functions. This component returns a JSX example containing the greeting text. We use React DOM.render brackets to render the greetings component to the HTML element with the ID root. When you open this HTML file in browser, you will see Hello React displayed on the page. This example demonstrates the basics of creating and rendering a React component in a web page. I hope this example will make this concept more clear to you. If you still have any query, don't hesitate. Just comment below and write your question. I will respond you individually. Let's move towards the third framework, this is Vue.js. Vue.js is a progressive front-end framework that allows developers to incrementally adopt this feature. It offers a simple and flexible syntax for building user interfaces, and its reactivity system makes it easy to manage data changes in the UI. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at the screen. In this concise example, we include the vue.js library using a script tag from CDN. We create a vue.js instance with new vue brackets and specify an EL property to bind the vue instance to the HTML element with the ID app. Inside the vue instance, we define a data object with a property named greetings and set its initial value. In the HTML, we use double curly braces to display the value of greetings. When you open this HTML file in a browser, you will see hello vue.js display on the page. This example demonstrates the basics of creating a vue.js instance and performing data binding in a vue.js application. I hope with the help of this example, this framework is now clear to you. Now let's move towards the fourth framework. This is ember.js. Ember.js is a framework that follows the convention over configuration. You don't need to repeat yourself or dry principles. It provides a set tools for building ambitious web applications with a strong focus on developer productivity. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Now just look at my screen. This is the example. We include the ember.js library using a script tag from CDN. We create an ember.js application by calling ember.application.create. We define a root name index using app router map. In this example, we are using the default index root. We define a controller name index controller that's associated with the index root. Inside this controller, we define a greeting property and set its initial value. In the HTML, we use braces to display the value of greeting property. When you open this HTML file in a browser, you will see hello ember.js display on the page. This example demonstrates the basic of creating an ember.js application, defining roots and setting up a controller to manage data and display it in the template. Let's move towards another framework. This is backbone.js. Backbone.js is a lightweight framework that provides the structure to web applications. By offering models, views, collections, and routers, it doesn't enforce many conventions, giving developers more flexibility in how they structure their code. So let's discuss this with the help of example. In this example, we include backbone.js, _.js, and jQuery libraries using script tags from CDNs. We define a backbone.js model named greeting model1, which has default attribute called greeting. We create an instance for model named greeting. We define a backbone.js view named greeting view, specifying the target element using the EL property and providing a template using _.js template function. In the view's initialize function, we render the view. The render function uses the template and the model setter to update the HTML in the specified element. Finally, we create an instance of the view passing the greeting model. When you open this HTML file in a browser, you will see hello backbone.js displayed on the page. This example demonstrates the basic of creating a backbone.js model view and template to display data in a web page. Let's move towards another framework. This is Meter. Meter is a full-stack JavaScript framework that simplifies both the front-end and back-end development of web applications. It offers real-time data synchronizing and often used for building real-time applications like chat apps. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen. In this concise example, we create a basic Meter application using the meter create command. We add Blaze HTML template package to handle templates. We define a simple HTML templates in the My Meter app HTML braces with greetings placeholder to display the greeting. In the My Meter app JS file, we import the template object and define a helper function that sets the greeting variable to hello meter.js. When you run the Meter application using Meter, it starts a local development server and you can access the app in your web browser. This example demonstrates a basic meter.js application with the template and data binding. Meter is known for its real-time capabilities and making it easy to build reactive applications that update in real time as data changes. With the help of this example, I hope this framework is now clear to you. Let's move towards another framework. This is Aurelia. Aurelia is a modern front-end framework that focuses on being both powerful and easy to learn. It uses a convention-based approach to reduce boilerplate code, and it offers strong two-way data binding. Now, I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Now just look at my screen. In this concise example, we include the Aurelia libraries using script tags from CDN. We use the Aurelia app attribute to specify where Aurelia should attach to in the HTML. In the Aurelia app.js file, we configure and start Aurelia using aurelia.start with brackets. We define a view model class name app with the greeting properly. We use aurelia.setRoot to attach the app view model to the element with the ID app. When you open this HTML file in the browser, you will see Hello Aurelia displayed on the page. This example demonstrates the basics of creating a simple Aurelia application with a view model and data binding. Through this example, I hope this framework is now clear to you. If you have any query, don't forget to comment in the comment section. I will respond it individually. Now let's move towards another framework. This is Swillet. Swillet is a relatively new framework that compiles components into highly efficient JavaScript code during build time. It's known for its minimal runtime overhead and is gaining popularity from building fast and lightweight web applications. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen. In this concise example, we include the servlet component in the HTML file using a script tag. In the app.servlet component, we define a greeting variable and display it in the HTML template using curly braces. We also add some basic styling using style tag within the component. In main.js, we import the app component and create a new instance of it and specifying the target element with the ID app. When you open the HTML file in a browser, you will see Hello Swillet display on the page with the specified styling. This example demonstrates the basics of creating a simple Swillet application with the component and data binding. With the help of example, I hope this framework is also clear to you. If you have any query, don't forget to comment below. Now let's move towards another framework. This is Polymer. Polymer is a library that focuses on creating reusable web components. It uses web standards like web components to provide a component-centric approach to building web applications. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen. In this concise example, we include the Polymer library using script tag and links for necessary polyfills. We define a custom Polymer element named greeting element that extends Polymer element. Inside the element definition, we specify the HTML template using the static get template method. The template includes a single h1 element with the greeting message. We use the custom elements define method to define the custom element within the tag name xGreeting. This allows us to use xGreetings and xGreetings in the HTML. When you open the HTML file in a browser, you will see Hello Polymer displayed on the page with the specified styling. This example demonstrates the basics of creating a simple Polymer element and using it in a HTML page. I hope this framework is also clear to you. These frameworks serve different purposes and have varying level of complexity. So the choice of which one to use depends on the specific requirements of your project and your familiarity with the framework. Additionally, the JavaScript ecosystem is continually evolving, so it's important to stay up to date with the latest developments and trends in the world of JavaScript frameworks. These are the most recent and famous frameworks of JavaScript. What is asynchronous JavaScript? Asynchronous JavaScript is a way to do multiple tasks in your web code without waiting for each one to finish before starting the next. It's like cooking multiple dishes at once in the kitchen, where you can start cooking rice while you are also chopping the vegetables. JavaScript uses tools like callback promises to manage these tasks efficiently and making your web pages faster and more responsive, so you can load data from server, update a web page, and handle user interactions at the same time, and making your web applications feel snappy and smooth. Let's learn callback functions. A callback function in JavaScript is a function that is passed as an argument to another function and is executed after the completion of a specific task. Callback functions are commonly used in asynchronous programming to ensure that certain code runs only after an asynchronous operation has finished, such as fetching data from a server, reading a file, or waiting for a timer to finish. Now just look at my screen. Here is how callback functions work and why they are essential. Number 1. Passing function as argument. Number 2. Asynchronous operation. And number 3. Execution control. Now we need to discuss it one by one. Number 1 is passing functions as argument. In JavaScript, functions are first-class citizens. It means that they can be treated like any other data type, such as numbers or strings. This allows you to pass functions as argument to other functions. Now, number 2 is asynchronous operations. Many operations in JavaScript are asynchronous. It means that they don't block the execution of the rest of your code. For example, when you're making an HTTP request or reading a file, it takes time to complete the task, and your program shouldn't stop and wait for them. Number 3 is execution control. Callbacks give you control over what should happen once an asynchronous operation is done. Instead of blocking the programming's execution, you can specify a callback function to execute when the operation is completed. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. This is the example. In JavaScript, callbacks work similarly. You pass a function as an argument to another function and it gets executed when the task is completed. Just like you get your coffee when your name is called. Promises and async await. JavaScript used for handling asynchronous operation, making it more readable and easier to work with asynchronous code. They help to manage complex asynchronous flows such as network request, file reading, or timer-based operations by providing a more structured and synchronous-like syntax. For your better understanding, I am going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen, there is an example of promises and async await example. With the promises and async await, you can write code that looks synchronous but behaves asynchronously. Your coffee is ready when it's ready. No callbacks needed. Fetch API. The Fetch API is a modern JavaScript interface for making network requests, HTTP requests, to retrieve resources from a server or send data to a server. It provides a more powerful and flexible way to work with HTTP requests than the older XML HTTP requests. Just look at my screen. Here are some key concepts and features of the Fetch API. Number 1 is simplicity. Number 2, promise-based. Number 3, standardized. Number 4, HTTP methods. Number 5, headers and options. Now let's discuss these one by one. Number 1 is simplicity. The Fetch API is designed to be simple and easy to use, with a straightforward syntax for making requests and handling responses. Number 2 is promise-based. Fetch returns a promise, which allows you to work with asynchronous code by using then and catch methods, making it more intuitive to handle responses and errors. Number 3 is standardized. Fetch is built into modern browsers, so you don't need to rely on external libraries or plugins. It's a standardized API, making your code more consistent and cross-browser compatible. Number 4 is HTTP methods. Fetch supports various HTTP methods, including get, post, put, delete, and more, enabling you to perform a wide range of HTTP operations. Number 5 is Headers and options. You can customize requests by setting headers, specifying request methods, and configuring other options such as timeouts and credentials. Now I'm going to explain it with the help of example. Just look at my screen, there is example. Fetch data from a server is a common asynchronous task in web development with fetch and XM HTTP request, so you can make these requests and handle responsive seamlessly.